Minutes is on the clock. The big guy, number 52, will kick it off for Blackman. Bag deep for 34, David Sanders and Josh Day in steel. Well, it goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 35 with a penalty. So 9:59, 1 second. Clicks off. 20-7's your score. And so the Bulldogs will come out again. They're going to make them kick it again. Bulldogs don't want it at the 35, so they'll back it up 5. That's at the 41. And they're going to back him up an additional 5 yards.
Illegal procedure called against the Blaze again.
So the ball will be marked at the 30-yard line. Yeah, the Bulldogs are going to take it at the Blackman 47. It'll be 1st and 10. 9:55, so 5 seconds is all that we lost.
Bulldogs will take over at the Blaze 47-yard line.
Montgomery's the center. Blunt will go to the high side. Torres will come down this side along with Peach. Play action pass is incomplete. Intended receiver number 35, Kelly Thompson.
Blocked by number 31, Sean Pope. Bring up 2nd down 10.
Blunt to the high side and Torres to the bottom. We go with the eye package.
Smith with a big hit right in the middle.
The big number 52 on the stump.
Number 4, David Steele.
Steele, of course, the carrier. Ball's going to be marked on the 48.
It's a loss of 3. On that 3rd down, 13.
It's a long 13. 9:25 and rolling. Blunt again to the high side, and Torres comes this side. And Gray will work out of the shotgun. Gray throws the interception to Wallace, and then recovers back, catches Wallace. Broke down, just did a fundamental tackle. Of course, he was the last man. So the Blaze putting a little pressure on Gray.
Mauricio's interception taken back to the 18-yard line. Blaze will take over 1st down.
Well, it's 1st and 10, and ball just on 17-yard line. Wallace looks to be the one on the run. Second down.
The loss of one. Second down, 11.
Got an official timeout.
Official timeout.
65, either with an equipment problem or maybe a little blood on the hand. He looks to be getting a little tape. Yeah, a little blood on the elbow, right elbow for number 65. Shepard brings him to the line. Here we go. Shep's pass incomplete, catching a little heat from number 40, Martin.
Shepard incomplete.
Shep's the quarterback. Here we go. Intended receiver number 4. Blunt was right there and almost come up with the INT. 8:12 left to go in the third.
Timothy Brecker on for the field goal attempt.
Well, this is kind of interesting because the PAT attempt earlier wasn't real sweet. They're going for the field goal. And Gray catches it, and Bulldogs will take over, 1st and 10. So the interception by Wallace gives them nothing.
Bulldogs will take over, 1st and 10.
Ball on the 20. 1st and 10. Here we go.
David Steele, number 4, brought down by 40, Jordan McCaskill.
Of course, Steele on the carry, 40 on the stop. 2nd down. Steele picks up about 4.5, let's call it 6.5 to go. 5.5 to go. Get it right here in a minute. Torres, confused, runs to the other side of the field. Gray will wait on him till he gets set. Blunt's to this side. Steele again on the carry.
Blackman and Frazier on the stop, Steele up the middle.
52, I'm going to give it to him.
Bulldogs 1st down.
Bulldogs 1st and 10. Blunt to the high side, Torres to this side, and they're running out of the eye. 1st and 10, 6:55. Steele maybe fumbled it, but they call it a down ball.
Steele brought down.
Steele gets 4, be 2nd and 6.
Bring up 2nd and 7.
It's really about 6.5 yards. Blunt's on the high side. Torres down close to us. Steele continues to keep his feet moving.
Adam Smith, 65, with a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. Brought down Steele, number 4.
I think number 88 was the man really on the stomp. Steele, third down situation. Gray catches the orders from Middleton.
Bring it third down and 6 for the Bulldogs.
They send Blunt to the high side. Torres comes this way. Good long count or quick count.
Flags on the play.
Bob Mays gets in a better position to make the call. It's going to be offsides called against the Bulldogs, and they're going to back it up. So that's going to make it third and about 11. We'll see what Gray does. Actually, he's going to say it's a false start. So somebody on the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, that'll back him up. That'll bring up third down and 11.
Clock rolls back into motion, 5:23 and rolling. And Gray brings them to the line. Casey Blunt lines up down this way on the weak side, and Torres goes to the high side, which is the strong side. Steele's run, it's going to leave him about yard and a half short. Bulldogs moving with the sweep now. They notice the end keeps crashing, so they're burning him. He's not staying home.
Straight hand and Adam Smith brought him down. That'll bring up fourth down and 1.
And they're going to punt. Kelly Thompson on the long snap. Gray sits back. We'll have to wait for the spot. And they're going to call timeout. They want to measure it.
Official timeout for measurement. Bulldogs picked up the first down.
Well, lost a little of our ambience. Looks like it ironed itself out. So they get the first down, and here we go. Gray keeps it himself.
Line 56 with a sack on Sonny Gray. Brought down behind the line.
We'll make it second and 11.
12.
Ball's located on the 39-yard line. Montgomery comes to the line. Blunt goes to the high side, and Kelly Thompson follows him and comes to slot back. Peach is a slot back, and Torres is a wide out.
David Steele with the carry right up the middle. I fight with the stop again.
Steele picks up a good 6 yards.
That'll bring up third down.
3rd and 5.
And 5.
2:45 and rolling. The Bulldogs are sticking kind of with the power game.
Pass is incomplete to number 35.
Kelly Thompson. Brings up a fourth down situation. 2:13 left to go in the third quarter.
Fourth down and 5.
Gray's probably going to punt it. Number 4 is back deep for Blackman.
Receive the punt. Sonny Gray on the punt.
And so the Bulldogs have to waste a timeout.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
Short a man. Back in action, ball located now on the 6-yard line, and that's where the Blaze will take over. First and 10 Blaze. 2:03 left to go in the third. So the Blaze will
Ball's down at the 5-yard line. Blaze will take over first down 10.
Wallace and Shepard running onto the field, along with 30 and 31. Bob Mays sets the play clock, and it's rolling. Wallace goes to the high side. Play action screen pass intended for 30. Sensed he had a little room, but didn't get the ball before he took off. It'll bring up second down. Clock stops, 1:57 left to go in the third quarter. Bob Mays sets the play clock. And Shep's the quarterback and comes to the line. .25 on the run, 22. Josh Day, and he may be a little shaken up. Kelly Thompson runs over to check on him, and the play and the game clock will stop. Day looks to be holding his knee or ankle.
Josh Day, number 22, is the player down for the Bulldogs.
We'll stop our filming for a minute. Bob Mays flips the clock back into motion with his right arm, 1:38 and ticking. And they come to the line. Wallace is on the high side. Number 4 is down close to me. Shep's the quarterback. Play action pass incomplete. The intended receiver, Wallace. And now it is fourth down. So Kyle Frazier will punt it, and back deep will be Peach, along with David Sanders, number 34. Let's watch what Frazier does.
Frazier with the punt. Wi-Fi brought him down.
And Sanders catches it. Don't know if he called the fair catch or not. I thought he put his hand up in the air. And Bob Mays let him get murdered. It'll be first and 10 Bulldogs. And ball located just on the 31-yard line. It'll be first and 10. Them being this close and 1:13. Gray runs onto the field to give the orders. Montgomery comes to the line. Blunt goes to the high side and Kelly Thompson follows him. Torres down this side, Peach is right behind him, and Steele the lone back. Gray lowers his head and barrels forward for the first down, knocking number 31 down.
Gray out on the sideline.
Gray looks to have gotten his bell rung a little bit. He says, I'm all right. Trots back out onto the field. It's 1st and 10. Ball located just at the 23-yard line. Gray shakes it off, it looks like. Blunt goes to the high side. Torres comes down this side. Probably a running play. Pitch it to Sanders. He fumbles it.
Ball's on the ground. Blackman
Tried to take off before he had the football. 65 falls on it, and it's Blackman Blaze ball. All that work, and you just give it away. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Blaze. 57 seconds remain in the third quarter. Your score is still 20-7. Kind of now into the flow of the game. What will be the future?
New quarterback in for the Blaze, Kirkland Wheeler.
Here we go. Wheeler's the quarterback.
Mauricio Wallace on the carry. Flags on the play.
Wallace on the carry. We got a bunch of flags on the field. 24 Casey Peach on the stop. Bob Mays waving his arms like a bird, flapping in the wind, and he wants to talk it over to see what they've got. So Bob Mays trying to sort it out. One flag lays on the 20, and the other one just on the 28. So they bring Josh Day up to talk to him. Actually, number 32. And they're backing him up. The call is against Blackman. I'm going to wait to see what Bob's got to say. Personal foul.
Personal foul against Blackman.
Don't know really what it was. Personal foul. Could have been late hit. It's a 15-yarder. Ball on the 14. In the final seconds and the clock is rolling into motion. We'll be out of this quarter in a second. 39 and counting, and they come to the line. Flag flies in the air. Bob Mays throws it extremely high. Sanders was there. Blunt to stop Wallace.
Personal foul against Blackman.
So personal foul again against the Blackman Blaze. So the penalty flags continue to eat on Blackman. And this one will definitely leave a big mark. And the ball's going to be marked just at the 5, just pokes its head, nose, full length across the 5-yard line, and 22 seconds remain. Let's see if Bob Mays flips the clock back into motion, and he does. Right arm spins, 20 seconds. They won't get this one off, I don't think. 16, 14, and rolling, and they come to the line. Looks like they're going to get it. The ball squirted on the ground. I think Blackman covered it up, and that's the end of the third quarter.
Ball was on the ground, but Blackman got it back.
Nobody put any points on the board in the third quarter, so we'll switch ends. We'll get ready to go again. We kick into the final 10 minutes of play, and it's a third down situation for Blackman, so let's see what they do. And the ball squirts on the ground, so they're just, the quarterback and the center are not syncing up, and the ball is recovered by the Bulldogs. It'll be first and goal now for the Bulldogs. Look for David Steele to get into the end zone with this. 9:53 left to go in the ball game. And Bob Mays flips his right hand, and the clock goes into motion. Blunt's on my side, and Torres to the top of the screen. And Steele fumbled it. I think he followed right back on it. No, Blackman is signaling they got it, and Blackman does. It'll be first and 10, Blackman. Gray standing in disgust with his hands on his hips, and they're just not putting it together. Even though they're winning, you got to have the ball, got to go forward, got to focus, and that's just not happening. So the ball is located on the 4-yard line. The Blaze gets a fresh set of 4, and they'll start off their offensive drive. Mauricio Wallace standing in the end zone, and they split them one to this side. Wallace, just a basic, good fundamental tackle.
Mauricio Wallace with the pitch out of the backfield.
Peach on the stop. Ball looks to be just on the 5-yard line, maybe the 4.5. 8:51 and the clock spinning. Looks like 31. Blackman sending their plays in by the players as the Bulldogs orchestrate with the hand signals on the sideline. They come to the line, and here we go. Wallace shakes and bakes. Steele and Peach on the stop. It's good enough for a first down. First and 10.
Peach on the stop of Mauricio Wallace, 22.
Now Blaze.
For a first down.
$16 goes to the high side. He is the lone receiver. Wallace in the eye. We go with the fullback, first man through. Flags fly.
Poke the ball right up the middle, flags all over.
I'll wait for that call from Bob Mays. False start is called against the Blaze, and that'll back him up 5. So what little yardage he got, he'll go backwards. The down will stay at 1, but they'll back it up 5. So it'll be first and 15 and 7:54 left to go in the ball game. Bob Mays puts the clock back into motion. $16 catches the play action pass, and 81 Casey Blunt was there on the stop. Not much of a gain. He may have gotten a yard, 2. Well, no, 3.
Bring up second down, 11.
.705 and rolling. Wallace on the carry, number 84 on the stop.
Mauricio Wallace brought down behind the line of scrimmage by number 84.
Clock at 6:32 and rolling.
Maybe 3 November.
.62 and 56 on the stop. They catch the QB. And the Blaze will have to punt. Frazier's back deep. Sanders and Peach on the field for the Bulldogs to catch Frazier's punt. Lets her go. Peach holds up his hand and downs it right there. So the Bulldogs will take over just at the 40-yard line, 5:29.
Fair catch called by number 24, Casey Peach. Bulldogs will take over the first and 10.
Day looks to be cramping up, trying to stretch that ankle out. Steele takes the handoff from Gray. Wallace stomps him, but it's good enough for a nice first down.
Mauricio Wallace brought it down. Big run. First down.
So Gray steps back up to the line. Day's the fullback. Got a little problem with his cramping. Steele is the lone tailback. Steele goes right up the middle. 40 on the stop, along with number 47. Not before Steele picks up a good 5-6 yards. Let's call it 6.
Steele.
A little stretched out there on my camera, but we're back in action. Gray comes to the line. Torres to my side, Blunt to the high side, and they give it back to Steele. He's going to be wrestled to the earth. 53 and several others. The Blackman Blaze on the stop.
Brock, number 53, and Jordan McCaskill with the stop on Steele.
4 minutes left to go in the ball game.
Bring up third down and 6.
Ball looks to be on the 15-yard line. We come to the line, and Blunt will come down to this end, and Torres will go to the high side. Gray
Ryan Skelly with the quarterback sack.
was getting a lot of pressure and brought down. It'll be 4th down.
Bring up 4th and 16 for the Bulldogs.
So with 3:10 left to go in the ball game, I'd say the Bulldogs will go for it. 3:04, now the clock spins back into motion. 3 minutes. Dude, they keep stopping the clock on the running play. So they're going to go for it on a 4th down situation. 2 to the top side, 2 to the bottom side. Gray. Gray's pass is intercepted.
Interception, number 22.
Will be 1st and 10 Blaze with 2:25 left to go in the ball game. Gray not pleased with how the line has done. Disgusted with his performance. Wallace in the tailback's position. They split them both ends, and here we go. And Blunt picks up the interception. And so the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 Bulldogs. The ball's going to be marked at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted by
2:15 left to go in the ball game.
Brought down by Sean Pope. Bulldogs will take over again, 1st and 10.
Blunt's on the low side, down close to me, and Torres to the top. Steele on the carry, and number 24 on the stop. They still got about 6.5 yards. 1:59 left to go in the ball game. Torres to my side, and then Blunt's at the top of the screen. And Gray steps up underneath Montgomery, and here we go. Sanders on the carry, number 75 on the stop. The clock will stop. It'll just continue to roll, 1:19.
Steele. The Bulldog 1st down.
Blunt's at the top. Torres comes to my side, accompanied by Peach. Flags fly before the snap. It's probably a dead ball. False start is what Bob Mays says. 5 yards, 48 seconds left. Really all Gray has to do is take a knee and get out. But Bob Mays flips the clock back into motion. And so Gray will just take his time. 40 seconds in rolling. And like I said, Gray just takes his time, 31-30. Sanders on the carry.
Hand off to 34, David Sanders.
10 seconds left, and that's going to be it. They're going to remove their helmets. They're getting ready to line up and shake hands. 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're not coming back up, are you? I didn't think so.
End of the game, Smyrna Bulldogs 20, Blackman Blaze 7.
That's it from Blackman Blaze Stadium, and we will head to Cookeville on Thursday. Until then, goodbye.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I think it's Alicia's.